Today we talk about Derrick Rose returning to the Cavaliers.
For the win! He did it!
I didn't. So today we're recording this podcast 12/8/2017. The day that Derrick Rose has officially returned to the Cavs. He took a leave of absence for some reason. I don't really know why.
Do you not know?
No, I mean, he said it was like mental. Like he needed just to mentally get away for a while.
Mm.
But he said he's officially reported back. And, I don't know. I just felt it was a good time to do a Derrick Rose podcast because of how sad his story is.
It kind of is heartbreaking a little bit.
And, I mean, I showed you, right before we started this, I showed you highlights from his MVP season.
Yes.
And highlights from this season. And you could see how big a difference in the kind of player he was. And now we're going to talk about why he's such a different player. I'm going to go through his injury list, just one by one, and we're going to talk about how many games he missed from each injury. So in 2012 playoffs, round 1, he tore his ACL in his left knee.
Mm-hmm.
He missed 99 games. He missed over a full season.
Oh my gosh.
So he comes back November of 2013, and 6 games into his comeback, he goes down with a right hamstring injury. Only misses just a few games.
Yeah.
But then
disaster strikes.
Yeah, no shit.
In 2013.
It is same month he came back. Tore the meniscus in his right knee. His other knee. Missed 76 games. So he comes back in 2014. Sprained both ankles in one game. November 2014. November 2014. Just recurring sprained ankles. Hamstring in 2014. November 2014. All this is in 1 month. 4 games for a left hamstring. 2 games from a sickness. Sore left knee, missed a game. And then February 2015, he tore his meniscus in his right knee again. Missed 20 games. You know, he missed the rest of the season. And then this year, the only reason he went down this year is he rolled his ankle and sprained it. He sprained his ankle, and he's been out the whole season. I don't have the stats of how many games he played this year, but it wasn't many. And it was so much, the injury was so much that he just took like a leave of absence from the Cavaliers. He's played 7 games this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So he took a leave of absence or whatever because he was contemplating retirement, and he said the injuries were taking too big of a toll on him. And he officially returned today. But he officially returned. They did like a medical evaluation on him. And they said, okay, you're back. But to play, you're going to have to undergo surgery. Surprise. To remove bone spurs from your sprained ankle.
Dang it.
So, I mean, you saw what kind of player he was.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy because every MVP in the history of the NBA is in the Hall of Fame or on the way to being in the Hall of Fame. Like, that includes Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James. Everybody's still playing. Derrick Rose will not be in the Hall of Fame.
Which really stinks.
He will be the first league MVP to never make the Hall of Fame. And which is crazy, because he's also the youngest MVP in NBA history at 22. He won it at 22. And so he's not, even anywhere close to Hall of Fame level. So I don't know. It's crazy because obviously you've seen what kind of player he was.
Yeah, whenever we were watching the dunks, this is what I want to ask you. How many times you think growing up or just in practice or whatever, do you think he dunked it like that and he just slammed his head? Like just hit his head on the backboard, on the rim. I mean, he's up there. He could knock a tooth out for sure.
He could get up. He's like one of the most athletic players to ever be in the NBA.
He could maybe, with enough practice, could have jumped from one story to another story. He'd be like, "Oh, you suckers still taking the stairs? I've evolved past stairs." And he just jumps it. 2-story house. He probably has. He's probably working on it. But now it's like, I didn't see one dunk.
I think, so he played in New York last year. And I think I saw a stat that said he had 2 dunks all year.
Oh my gosh.
He just, mentally, I think he should retire personally.
Yeah, he's not in it.
I think he's just not the player he was, obviously. But I just think, we talked about the first injury, tearing his right ACL, left ACL? Yeah, he tore his left ACL in his left knee. Missed 99 games. That is, so he missed the rest of the playoffs in 2012, the entire regular season, and then missed the rest of the playoffs in 2013. Most people don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, most people are back from it. And it's just such a big mental barrier. I mean, 2012, it's 2017. He still has that mental block. I mean, you can tell.
You think he's scared of injury?
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt he's scared of injury. That's why he doesn't play the same.
Because he probably could.
Yeah.
I mean, he could probably get back to that, but he probably got injured, had some doctors tell him he won't be able to play that way anymore, and then he let that really affect him.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll never be the same player again.
Exactly, and it's crazy because he should have been somewhere close to the same player because he sat out 99 games.
Yeah.
That's unreal. I mean, if you tear your ACL in the playoffs of 2012, you should be back mid-2013.
Yeah.
And he came back 2014. And then when he did come back,
he hurt himself again.
He played just a few games. I mean, just not very many at all. It's just crazy because you see he won the MVP in 2010, 2011, and now it's 2017, 2018.
He's a mediocre player at best.
And he's just, at best, exactly.
Mm.
You see, he's playing so timid and, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's 6 years later, but you still see, such a mental barrier or whatever the injuries
You
are called.
think, so, that guy would probably benefit a lot from a sports therapist, I feel like.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he has one. He's played for 3 teams. I'm sure they've gotten him some.
I mean, I don't know, because you think that you'd see some kind of, improvement in that mental block or that fear of being hurt. Because here's the thing. You think, okay, well, I'm going to play it safe, play it smart, because I don't want to get hurt to where I can't play anymore. But he's thinking about retirement anyways.
Right.
So why would you, I don't understand, why he would say, I'm thinking about not playing, seriously thinking about not playing, but I don't want to get hurt because what if I can't play?
I don't know. I mean, I think it has more to do with, his legacy. Because he's a Chicago kid.
Yeah.
And so, it was they built him to be the savior of the Bulls since Jordan's left. They didn't have any success. I mean, hometown kid, it's a storybook beginning or whatever. And he comes out, youngest MVP in NBA history, kicking LeBron's ass in the
he's living the hype.
Right, exactly. I mean, and he's always played that way.
Yeah.
He played that way when he was in college at Memphis with Coach Calipari. He played that way when he was in high school. And he played that way on the playgrounds of Chicago. And so I'm sure...
On the playground is where I spend most of my days chilling out, Max, and relaxing off. Cool. Are they going to pull us?
Yeah, no doubt.
Anyways.
I don't know. I mean, no amount of sports therapy would prepare you for that, I think. Because it's a complete tear in his ACL. And for such an athletic player, it's never going to feel the same. You're always going to be stiff after just a minor workout. You're always going to be stiff when you wake up in the morning, or I mean,
I guess for me, it's because I've never had like a severe injury before. I would maybe not understand. I mean, the only thing I've ever broke before is a toe. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it makes sense. I don't know. I guess on my side it is hard to really understand as well, but I don't know.
Because there's no doubt in my mind that that's a redneck out there. No, I'm just kidding. There's no doubt in my mind that he's not able to play the way he could for as long as he could before the injury. Yeah. Before the first injury, let alone the several injuries that he's had. Probably a lot to do with the way that he played.
Right.
The way that he, in his knees, being the way that he was born with, you know, without any injury, the way that he could switch directions at a high speed on a dime.
Yeah.
He can't do that anymore. Not the same way. He's always going to have that thought of that fear of hurting himself and everything that he had to go through. And so every time he thinks about, you know, breaking some guy's ankles, he's thinking about breaking his knee, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or you know, jumping up to slam it into the next dimension like he did before. He's always thinking about those ankles. He's thinking about everything. And so it's just a mental block that is not allowing him to be the player that he was. And I think in addition to that, he knows that he can't be the same player. So he's scared because of injury, and he knows he's scared. He knows he can't be that same player. And to be like all the hype that he had and when he was younger in his rookie season, being MVP, youngest MVP, and then now what he is now and the capabilities that he has, probably crushed him. Just crushed him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I don't know, because it's got to be frustrating. Because all he wants to do is play basketball, and it's injury after injury after injury. Much less like he can't play the way he played when he won MVP, but motherfucker can't even stay on the court. Like, he can't play at all as it is now. And I'm sure it's frustrating as hell to go out there
0
at 20. God, what is he? He's under 30. He's like 28. He's just like, should be in the prime of his career, and he's like, he can barely dunk anymore. Like, he can't get up there at all. Like we saw a highlight of him swatting some guy. His hand was above the box.
Yeah.
You know? That's so fucking athletic. And it's got to be frustrating to not even be able to do that. Like, not even be able to dunk in practice anymore. Like, 2 dunks in a year for the Knicks last year.
And it's one thing to be like a person, you know, on the streets playing basketball at the park, and you used to be able to do that and now you can't. But it's a whole nother thing when you're in the public eye, in the biggest, you know, he's in the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
The biggest franchise in the sport, you know?
Doing shit that he can't do that stuff anymore. I mean, he's been playing that way since he was probably 14 or 15. Yeah. You know, and here he is, 27. Still a young guy, honestly. He just can't.
I'm thinking about retirement because he
can't do
exactly
it. Thinking about retirement.
When's the average NBA player retire? What age?
Oh, I don't know. It just depends.
How old's LeBron? Shouldn't he be retiring
32?
Soon?
He's 32.
He's 32. His hairline makes him look older.
LeBron's still an athletic freak, so I think he'll play till 40.
Yeah, I thought he was 40, honestly. That hairline.
For, like, stars, I mean, late 35, 36 is usually when they retire.
And so not even to be in his 30s yet, thinking about retiring.
NBA players hit their prime at 26, ideally. 26 to 28 is their prime, like their prime beginning. He's 20, like 27. 28. I could be getting that wrong. But he's definitely under 30.
Should say right there, 29.
He's 29, sorry. He should be in the second year of his prime. Like,
it's
and
a
for
bummer.
him to say, like, I'm just done. Mentally, I can't play anymore. Like, I'm going to retire. For him to, like, be at that point, at 29 years old, is crazy.
It's a bummer. It really is. To work all your life for something, then actually achieve it, and then once you achieve it, you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's an anomaly. It's so freaking sad. It's one of the top 3 saddest what-if stories in NBA history.
Next, who?
Len Bias.
Len Bias. Yeah, I was trying to think of his name. Golly, Len Bias. Even now,
And then,
when I think of that 30 for 30, I'm like, shoot.
dude, that one, that's fucking sad, man.
That broke me. That broke my heart, man, to think like he was gonna make it and then couldn't keep himself clean.
Yeah, that would have been Len Bias versus Michael Jordan. That would have been a hell of a rivalry.
Oh man.
Oh.
Who do you think would have won? Len Bias?
Michael Jordan himself, I'm pretty sure, said Len Bias was better than him in college.
But that's in college.
Michael Jordan was nasty in college, though.
Yeah.
And the team that Len Bias would have gone to, the Celtics.
Yep.
Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale.
That would have been a nasty rivalry.
Fucking nasty. Can you imagine that shit?
No.
Me neither. He overdosed on coke or something.
Yeah.
Oh well. Derrick Rose didn't overdose on coke, and that's what matters. He just destroyed his knees at 24. Yeah. Anyway, LeBron, you're a pussy bitch.
Yep.
So,
and Derrick Rose, invest in something called joint juice, brother.
Invest in Bitcoin. That's my tip.
Get on here and defend yourself.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. LeBron. LeBron, tell us. Tell us why your hair came back.